Alright, welcome to my LEC tier list video. Of course, all your favorite content creators make tier list videos a lot earlier than I do, but I kind of wait until all the rosters are finalized pretty much to do this, or I've went over all my previews. So, LEC previews are done. Playlist, well, I didn't make a playlist this time. Videos are up on my channel if you want to watch them. Vitalities came out yesterday, and it was the 9 days prior to that. So, let's go through this. I have a few different rankings here. I'm not using that letter system because everyone uses the letter system, and I'm going to be different. So I have something else here. So we're going to go in alphabetical order. Fnatic, I'm putting in above average. I think Fnatic are going to be a contender to go to Worlds for Europe. To put it simply, I think that they'll probably go. If I were to guess, I think that they're in that conversation behind G2, who I have in the good category still. So Fnatic, the addition of June should help Noah. I think Oscarinen takes the next step, which is important to his development. We saw that towards the end of summer, he was getting better and better and actually dealing with an injury. And then Wonder took over, and Oscarinen went to Worlds, and it is what it is, but that experience was good for him. Humanoid, very good. He is world class. Razork showed a very high potential for carry-oriented play last year. I thought he looked excellent. And then, like I said, June's going to improve them. G2 is, of course, still the king of the LEC. They play with their food all season long, and still like dominate. So to be quite honest with you, I don't think we've seen G2 really try domestically across the whole season, except for like the winner split, or to guarantee, hey, we got enough championship points, let's screw around now. They are really good. Yike is excellent. A lot of people give Yike crap. I think he's very good. He facilitates for that team. That's all he has to do. Jankos did it before him. Yike's doing it now. People, sing Jankos' praises. I mean, he played on the same team. So, Yike gets credit for doing well. If Jankos did. Caps, good. Obviously, great. In the bot lane of Hans and Mickey X will be more than solid. So, G2 in the good category. Giants X. So, Odo's old. Peach is a facilitator. You got Jackie's, who's a rookie, and then you got Patrick and Ignar. I'm putting them in the below average category. I don't think that they're much better than last year. Unfortunately, like Jackie's, I think is good, but I really like Vethio. Going into the year, of course, Excel completely bombed out. But I don't know. I mean, Ignar and Peach should be able to really set things for this team, and that has the potential for them to move up to the average category, maybe. I really didn't want to have to hedge on this. I really didn't want to do what ifs, because people will end up making their own tier lists and saying, well, if this happens, and this happens, and that happens, and this happens, and those things happen, and all of a sudden, no matter what, every scenario has been accounted for, and they might as well not make a tier list at all. So, I'm not going to hedge. I'm going to back off. They're below average. We'll see what happens. KC, also below average. I think that Bo, of course, is very good on carries. And luckily for him, he has a great coach that may just give in to his needs so he can be one-dimensional, because that's what he is, which keeps him from being elite because he's one-dimensional. Now, Cabo and Saken, not LEC level in my opinion. Cabo maybe can be a weak side top laner, but weak side mids are you can't have weak side in both solos, but that does allow Bo to be able to carry. Upset, very good alongside Targamas in bot lane. Going to be a good bot lane, but in the end, those solo laners keep them below average. Mad Lions get to be in this category because that team is a big old question mark. Yeah, I mean, hell. Elyoya is excellent, but from what I understand, he picked out this team. Movistar Riders, essentially, is who's come up. Um, we'll see what happens. You got all these rookies. I'm interested to see top and support as far as the two carry roles are concerned. I'm not all like I got into a debate with somebody in the comment section of the Mad Lions video. I'm not. There's nothing inspiring about them for me. Um, but yeah, so Mad Lions are there without Mac. I mean, yeah, without Mac, what do you really expect? I don't expect great things out of Mad Lions. Rogue, I think, are average. I think that they're still a competitive team. They're going to be in that conversation, maybe to get that fourth spot. Obviously, Sisgenda looks good at times. Marcoon is a great facilitator. I think he will do very well between Sisgenda and Larson. And then Comp and Zolis. I think Zolis is somebody that's going to be really good. I think alongside Comp, that bot lane has potential to be excellent. And in which case, Rogue are pushing themselves into a spot where, hey, we are going to be contending for that fourth world spot, maybe that third world spot, because the rookie support I think is solid, and the other four players are more than good enough to get the job done. SK below average. I'm not this whole so Exakick is super good. I think Exakick has a super bright future, but at the same time, they're setting up to be 1v9. Irrelevant's not high resource. Isma's not high resource, and neither is Niski. So I don't know if Exakick's gonna like clear the 26% gold percentage, like gold share benchmark this year, but I don't see how SK is like winning games outside of feeding Exakick, only because Niski can make things happen, but shoot, who is the secondary carry on this team actually? Like, who's going to be getting the gold that we can rely on? Irrelevant is most of the time irrelevant in top lane, and Isma does not have carry-oriented stats. Rabble does. I'm not going to hedge, but Rabble does have carry-oriented stats. BDS, I think, are average. I think that the addition of Ice is big. I think Ice is going to be better than Noah was last year. I think Ice showed that in ERLs. You see all that DPM and how he dominated at 15 minutes and things like that. The KDA, I mean, all the stats are very good. Ice looked good at times with Live Sandbox in 2022. He'll be fine. Excuse me, actually more than fine. Like I said, I think he ends up, when the season's done, he was the best LEC 80 carry this past year. In which case, gives BDS a chance. But at the same time, not to hedge, but with BDS, I think it is specific. Adam, if people learn how to ban against Adam, they are going to need Ice to do work. Now, if people don't ban Adam's champs, hell, they might as well go in the good category, because everybody deserves to take the L on that one if that's the case. Average, Team Heretics. I think Team Heretics have potential to be very good in winter. It wouldn't shock me at all if they went to MSI. Obviously, the familiarity. This is G2 Light or G2 of old. And I think that familiarity, Wonder, Yankos, Perks will be fine. Flackett will be fine. And then you add in Kaiser. As long as Kaiser's not inting too much, that team's going to be competitive. I think towards the end of the season, though, we're going to look at the other teams where we have rookies on like Rogue and Ice on BDS start to really fit into their teams, in which case they will close that gap. And then lastly, Vitality, I have in above average. I think Vitality are going to Worlds this year. I really do. Obviously, I have my too early Worlds prediction video to do before the season starts. Eventually, get that done when all my previews are done. But Vitality, I think, are fine. Mac, obviously, former Mad Lions coach. made this team up. This team is looking good. I'm a big Vethio fan. I think Carzzy and Hilly are pretty good in bot lane, a good combo. Obviously, you're flipping a coin, but at the same time, I think alongside Vethio, they get the job done. Douglas is a question mark, of course, the rookie, but I think he is going to be able to be fine. I've said fine like 1,000 times this video, but I think Douglas will fit right into the LEC. He is going to be alongside Lucid probably for Rookie of the Year in the jungle, if you were to look at all 4 major regions. And then you got topside with Photon, who I thought was the most consistent player on Vitality last year, and now will get rewarded for that, not inting his face-off behavior he saw out of his teammates, and, be able to go to an international event. I think that is good spot for Vitality. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And hope to see you again tomorrow.